What's up, guys? I'm just gonna go around, mess around with some different units, different play styles here, um, and possibly come out with a tier list later. So they definitely must have did some type of nerf because the endless, even on Baron difficulty, the endless mode is very. It's hard to get past 50 years now, whereas you could have just continued to year 1000 and crashed the game previously. So currently, I think because they also did a buff to offering, I think King of Spells might be the strongest class currently, then probably King of Nothing, then King of Greed, and then King of Blood, which is definitely the worst by far. Um, Except when you play against them. For whatever reason, when you play against them, they are ridiculously strong. I have no idea why. It literally makes absolutely no sense considering they are hot garbage. Um, so I will I'll start the game and I'll go with King of Greed here instead of the stronger two, and we'll see what technique. I might go with, I'll try the one unit technique here, and see if it still holds. And Baron difficulty, we're only going with the top stuff, and we'll see how it goes. All right, unfortunate start here just because you have that guy. So I am going to probably expect to lose at least two because, again, for whatever reason, they are absolutely insane. So yeah, I hope to fight against uh, any other guys except uh, what do I have here? Beacon overinvest. Beacon and overinvest. I mean, I kind of want to roll once because the purple definitely has the really strong units. Offering is amazing, but currently there's nothing that I want to kind of destroy. So I will roll once. Oh, wow, that was unfortunate. And now I'm going to waste more money to roll again. And we did kind of have that get paid off because Wizard is pretty solid. I'd probably say that they are my easy go-to as far as the strongest unit. I'm just going to take an offering, and we will pretty much use offering to destroy any of the blood guys stuff. I could take a dispenser here actually. And I went away from my one unit already, so I guess we're not doing one unit. Okay, actually, I could just go one unit here. Huh. I could get rid of these guys. Nah, I'll skip the one unit. We'll go with we'll try the gun here. Even though I already know the gun, all the like the static weapons really kind of suck hardcore currently. So, okay, I'll take that. All right, here we go. This is the first choice for the Royal Decree. Leatherwork is actually really, really good unless you have like the distance shooters, so elves, wizards, all that stuff. Even though it does work with the wizards and archers and stuff like that, it's really not the worst. But all the close-up combat guys, that's great. Overwork is obviously, that's the number one. You always take it, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to go like this, and I could keep this, or if I get another good unit, which won't be happening because I'm fighting the demons, I could just offering that. And again, this is trash. This is pretty much trash. I could just take Palace here, but I'm trying to think, do I want to keep this? I'll keep it for now, and I'll take Palace. Sorry about the noise, but, people eating. Kids watching television. Okay, so we should be good for the first few years here. This is not really a problem. Wizard, always good. Let's take that. And we're going to need to get to where we have to fight another guy, and we are definitely going to fight King Nothing, the King of Nothing. All right. So this is an actual choice here. I guess I could take Dispenser here. Yeah, I guess I won't get rid of it because most likely, and as you just saw down here, we will be fighting the King of Blood again. So I'll take this to make it a little stronger. And we could honestly die here because King of Blood, the power level for whatever reason is so freakishly strong, it does not make any sense. Okay, I don't want to get Mangler. So I will just take Carnage here, or Sacrifice, and I'm going to say the Carnage is probably a little bit better at the current portion, and I will just boost them up to make sure that I'm still strong. Yeah, this is a pretty easy one. I could have continued rolling there. Okay, easy, King Nothing. This is going to be the guy that we're going to get rid of, King of Blood, because he's actually just 100% terrible. Keep buffing whatever units that I have. And from here, we're going to want to take the Blacksmith. So we might roll a few times. Wild card is always good, but I really want to get that Blacksmith going. So I will roll. That's unfortunate, and I think I will roll again. And there is a Blacksmith. Steel Coat is also really good, but I want to get my scaling up first. And a lot of people would want to put it back here, but really the static defense does kind of suck, so I'm going to start here. And from purple we can get more offering, more units. I can 3 the wizard, which I think that is going to be the play. Ooh, these are pretty good. Clone is actually nuts right here, so I will pay for clone, and we will clone this guy, get it up there, and then wizard, and we can use this for whatever garbage red unit or any garbage unit that we can use offering on. Hopefully we don't get a garbage unit, but most likely it's going to happen. Overinvest is really strong. So I put it on here. The Carnage, honestly, I could just sell Carnage because it really is not that strong of a buff. Okay, Blacksmith, pretty easy. Right there, and I open it here because that's going to be a farm once I get there. So that's kind of how I work. It's going to be farms for all the units, and you want a single farm buffing each one because the recruit process at the end of the round does like a weird I could take any of these, honestly. We can buff Shaman, we can take Library because we can just keep buffing that, but again, there's really no purpose for that, so I think we'll just get stronger. Keep getting stronger, just to see if we can prevent losing a life. Okay, Vault is really good, but we are looking for other stuff currently, so I'll go... we could take Thief or Midas Touch, and I will take the Midas Touch here. This is what we want. We want the second one, which would be the best. Otherwise, I will roll once here. We can take Hourglass, which, even though the 20% crit chance, your damage and everything else typically scale really well regardless, but I'm just going to take that because I don't want to waste more money. Okay, so here we're looking for a farm, a wild card, a blacksmith, You could take the steel coat, but I think it's a little early for the steel coat because we don't have the library to scale. Okay, I will take the farm. So you could have taken a blacksmith here, but in reality, blacksmith is just going to be one of the 2% buff. This is going to be 2 recruits because we have overwork. Another offering. I think I will take another offering. It's a little debatable, but offering is really, really strong. Okay, this is the easiest choice here. Choose a king to make peace with. You always make peace with that. And actually, we got really lucky because we did not play them almost at all, which is fantastic. You're using the overwork or over whatever the hell it is on the wizard because they're getting the most buffs here, and they're getting the recruitment from the farms. Let's see if we can. Hey, okay, that was close, and I don't like that. This one, overinvest is great, but we're going to be taking Deacon because we want to be buffing these 4 things at once, which once we're going to have to take one loss round where we're going to get rid of this. Maybe I might just get rid of that blacksmith. So we did get yet another offering, so this is the power of offering, and I'll show you exactly what this is right now. So we do have a blacksmith, so there's a good chance that we probably get a clone. Hopefully we do, and let's see what happens here. We did get a clone. That is glorious, so we will clone that blacksmith. We want to try that again, and we didn't get a clone this time, but that's okay. Procreate, I'm going to use Procreate on my strongest unit. They are already, nope, they're not full. We will bring this up to full. We will bring this up to full, and you can see that I do not have 30 gold, but you do get, so this should be 14%. Because you do get the actual, or 13%, because you do get the buff for partial the amount of money. So we buff this guy, so you get that 13% stats, and there you go. Moving on. Let's see how we do. I mean, we should be really, really strong now, even though we got close to losing, because Procreate is actually really freaking strong. Easy pick here. We want to get back that blacksmith because we didn't get the clone, unfortunately. We could put it here. We could put it here. I think I will just put it next to the thieves. And there we go. Now I could offering it again, which I very well might do. Again, you're really hoping for those clones, but almost every single card that you get from offering is just really, really strong. Since we're so low on cash, I'm going to take the Midas Touch. And I think I'm just going to offering again. Really, again, hoping for that clone. And the small amount that you would lose from this not being here, you're going to originally find it, but you're getting 3 super strong cards with offering. So, okay, back to the blacksmith. I also could have just skipped the blacksmith entirely and cloned that farm. And this is 3, this is 2, but I really am not going to go nuts on that. I'd rather just start scaling this a little higher and then put the Midas Touch on here. And then we can hopefully start getting some more extra cash with that. We're also looking to see if we can get the library, which is a reasonable building for right here. Otherwise, if you didn't get the library, okay, let's see. I will roll one more time. These are kind of garbage. We don't summon troops, so this is useless. The only one that this is somewhat reasonable is with the blood, but it's so unreliable. It just, if you are going for those summon unit strategies, then it might help out, but overall I still find this really weak. This is probably the worst one in the game, I'd think, right now. It's not the worst one in the game, there's worse, but this is really, really bad, and the main reason why it's really bad is because it means that the castle cards will keep coming. So if you have a bad round of cards and there's a palace, you could take it, pick it, and it'll fill that third little notch there. With this, you have to, the castle card will keep on coming, and you have to get it your castle up to 9. So you got to get 6 more castle cards that take away from getting your other better cards that you want. Okay, moving on. Probably this again. Yeah, got to go with the eyeglass. Okay, unfortunate, but that's okay. Start scaling this, and again, I could have put it here, but this triggers twice, whereas putting it here only triggers once. So I'm just trying to get the maximum amount of units that I can. Okay, all of these are kind of garbo. So I could roll. Yeah, I kind of want library now. I could just take offering. And yeah, I mean, offering's just too strong. So we're gonna just do that again and take our blacksmith. He's not full, he's not full. So we will definitely get him to full. That will get us quite a bit, and I think I'm just gonna level up because this is our strongest unit now, so let's just get the most amount, and then we can start worrying about those back, the back 3. Okay, we could get that last thief or Midas, and we're really looking for library, so these will go up a lot faster with that library once we get it. So let's just, okay, well, I could have just bought that too, but we don't need to buy any more units, so we will just get him up there. Now we can start using some of our whatever the card is that we have that buffs the 15% overwork. Okay, blacksmith, and gonna try to keep the money over 60 so we get the full buffs for those overworks, or over whatever. Okay. There's that library, and we will be taking that. Here's our final assault, which is fine, and this should most likely just be an absolute slaughter. We got pretty lucky. Because we only had to face the blood one time, and again, when you play them, they are by far the weakest. When they play you, they are S tier for whatever reason. It doesn't make any sense, but okay. See how far we can go. We have a pretty good start, so I'm gonna say that this is most likely gonna hit 50, but it's not gonna go much further after that. So let's see how far we can go here. Okay, we could up the blacksmith. It's not vital. I mean, getting more farm is probably more useful, but just to get the tier 3, I'll do it, and then we'll get that farm up, and hopefully we can get another farm in which we're gonna put right there. Okay, we can do an offering. Actually, yeah, we can get an offering just to hold, or we can just take this palace so we don't get this card again instead of re-rolling. So I will take that, and I'm not going to use it yet, but because again, it sucks. This is just, compared to the rest of our units, this is just absolutely weak. And there's basically no reason to upgrade it at all. Okay, this is easy farm, and we will do that again. We could make this level 3, but that only is 1 extra recruit. This is 2 because we have the overwork, so you want to split those up. Okay, we're going to be looking for offering or library. There's a library, so we will take that, and maybe I should have used that palace because you can see that since we didn't get it up to 3, it's still kind of registering there, but we'll get rid of it soon. But yeah, eventually Again, they kind of changed the coding that at some point in time they just start going nuts, and there you go. So we might not even make it to the next to 50. These will help. Oh, do I roll for the overwork? No, let's just take the power, and we will. We just got a nice little boost in power, so I will use this and then the overwork. And hopefully we actually beat these guys. Steel coat would be really, really good here now. So we will definitely try to be going for the steel coat as well, and I will use that over the extra library. Steel coat is just, it's one of the strongest ones in the game, at least from my point of view. It really, oh man, we could take that, but I'd really like to get that steel coat. So I will just roll for it. Oh my god, come on, game. Are you fudging kidding me? Unbelievable. Okay, well, that was a waste of quite a bit of money. So we'll just get this garbage tower, and we will throw that up there. That was pretty rough. Obviously, there were many things that we could have taken there. I did not foresee that many rolls without that coming. Let's see. I think we could roll once just for an offering. We already have the 3 library, but I'd rather get that offering and, again, hope for a clone. So there's that clone. The procreate is really, really strong, and we will wild card. We can get this last guy up, the dispenser. We can get him up to 3 just to keep our strength going. Get us as strong as possible so we hopefully don't lose another match. And here's the guy that we lost to last time. Hopefully we are strong enough. Very close. So I think we will take this over invest, because we're definitely trying to stay strong. The other 2 cards that we have in our hand, if we need to, we can use the expansion mode, put them down, and use an offering on that. So we'll almost always take an offering here. We could have also taken, there's another purple card, Combustion, and Combustion is pretty, it's not the worst buff that you can possibly get, but in reality, you kind of just want Midas Touch and the Steel Coat, and just continuously start buffing those up. We will take offering here. Choose a war. Nope. This, you want to go against the green guy. Far stronger, and again, the blood, all the cards are garbage, so you want to stay as far away from them as possible. I will do this, and we will put this tower down, which we're just going to offering. Since you get 3 cards, it's still, even wasting 1 turn to put this down, knowing you're going to destroy it later, is still stronger in most cases. Even though, yeah, like we definitely got hurt here, but we were able to fend it off. Vault is pretty good here, because we definitely want to start scaling our money, so we will get rid of you. We will take this vault, and these procreates are going to be very, very nice. So we will just focus on that, get the most of these units, just procreate the strongest unit that we have, and hopefully we fight King of Nothing. I wasn't paying attention. And we, again, we really want to get that Steel Coat. That Steel Coat is what's going to really help us get to that 50. And these are, farm is great, but we really want that Steel Coat. There we go. You could get this, but we're not going to. Definitely easy clone, roll, easy offering, easy Steel Coat, Midas Touch, 1 more, easy, and the rest of these are basically garbage. Okay, so we will, we can offering this guy, and we can clone, bring it right back, do it again, then we can clone, Bring it right back. Okay. So our wild card, well, let's get our steel coats on. We want one steel coat here, we want one steel coat here, and hopefully our library can continue to buff those up. We can use our wild cards to get our forests up, or farms, whatever. So we will procreate. We will open one here, and yeah, we're gonna lose a card, but that's okay. Where did wizard come from? Did I accidentally clone a wizard? I very well might have. That's odd. Okay. Procreate. We will Midas touch. Did I already give them Midas touch? No. So we will Midas touch just in case they get one. And then we're just going to sell these two because they're garbage and we want to get the full amount for this. And I think I accidentally did clone a wizard. That was unfortunate. I don't know how that happened, but we wanted to use that last clone on Vault to put Vault and start scaling our cash, because the same shop that we just had, the tomb shop, whatever you want to call it, once you start getting money, that shop with the offering just becomes completely insane. So for green, you want either clone or procreate. Procreate obviously makes you stronger, and I will give a little to the thief here because they are reasonably strong, and it also, the thief, because they kind of teleport to the back line of these guys, it kind of throws the front troops off and buys you some time, as weird as it sounds, but they're really not that bad. Okay, easy offering. Damn, that's two now. That is unfortunate, so I will just boost this up. We're looking for a clone or just a vault outright, and then we will, once we get one, we will offering that. Okay, so here we go. Hopefully we don't die against these guys because they were getting stronger, but you can see how much that steel coat really, really helps. Okay, there's the vault. So we don't put the vault down. What we want to do is offering, because we're going to get multiple cards, so we will be able to play vault anyway. And wow, what the heck? Okay, well, we're about to get stronger. So we will do one there. We'll just do one here just for the heck of it. Spread it around a little bit. I found in previous versions, I found that like the earlier, before these nerfs, just buffing one unit entirely was way better. But now I found that I get a little further when I start spreading those buffs around. Okay, easy steel coat. These are garbage. We kind of want overwork, but we can take sharp blades because this is really strong. Overwork is by far the best, but we will take the sharp blade. It is what it is. And I'm gonna put this here because these guys already have the steel coat and they will get more through library. This guy, however, will not. These are all trash, so obviously we will be looking for offering. We could take combustion, but again, it's not really worth it. It's one of the more reasonable options, but it's just not strong enough. So I typically skip it. If it's early game, and you have complete garbage offered, no money, you can take combustion because it will make you stronger in the early game. But again, I'd rather have library buffing better things, better options. I think farm is the go-to here. Yeah, farm. Okay, so now we have everything up. Make peace with an enemy king. So King of Nothing loses a little bit more value. Clone and Procreate is far stronger now. So we will make peace with the King of Nothing. And yep, we'll just do this. And hopefully we face green and we get a clone. That's what we're going for here. Green clone. Nope. Okay. We take another offering if we get it. There we go. And just use our overinvest. So again, we want to face the green guys. Anything that's going to clone this, or if we just get a vault outright from the gold guys. Okay, so we will roll for clone. I'd have to think if there's a procreate offer. Okay, there's both. We will go with the clone. This puts it in hand, so we'll get to go again. There's the vault. Get rid of that. Vault up. Clone it. Put that up. Offering it. That's actually fantastic. Clone it. Do this. We want to clone it again. So we will open this up. Get that vault on. And just procreate. 62. I mean, you really... I'm going to procreate these guys. Again, the thieves kind of... Some of the middle units, it kind of brings them back instead of going forward towards the wizards. So we'll bring this back a little bit. Again, previously, it was never even a question. I always just buff the strongest guys. But now it seems to have a little bit of a... there does seem a little benefit, and I do get a little further when I start spreading the wealth a little bit. Okay, get rid of this. I didn't get any of the, you know, the clones, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. So we will just use some of this, and then just procreate it up. I'll do that again. Alright. And gold, they seem to be pretty strong, but it looks like we're maybe winning. Okay, good. Yeah, let's... Okay. Vault is good. We can just... I can either procreate... We're still doing pretty strong, so I'll get that cash. And you can see that this is kind of the technique that we're going to use for every other little square. We're just going to keep filling it up with vault. And if we continue to live, and this is the tome... That's when you're going to get a nice little power spike. We don't need any of these. We're going to just go for the offering, as per usual. We could take leatherworking here. It's certainly not the worst. It's actually pretty strong, doubling the movement speed, but I think I'm going to re-roll. We kind of want that overwork, and there it is. I could take the blades as well. Since it's this late in the game, blades is really strong. It might even be better than this, but this is another recruit. This is 3 more recruits, more gold, more buffs. Overwork is just by far the best. You almost, if it's available, that's kind of just what you're taking. So we will just do the yeah, I'm just gonna procreate these guys, and we'll just do it again. So yeah, you can see the gold starting to scale nicely, and if that merchant's a tome, then we will have a chance of going fairly deep. If it's not, then the game basically will just kind of end, most likely. Okay, so and you could see that I don't start building other towers around. I don't start building other units around, because in reality there really is not that big of a point. Putting a new unit down, you have guys that are putting out 300 damage, you know, 14 times a second, and you're going to have some useless things that are going to scale up to nothing while these guys are scaling at absolutely massive superior levels, where the cash and the stores is where the real power comes in. So yeah, that's why I just go for gold and all the rest of these things. Okay, next, I could take the Midas Touch, but I'm going to re-roll for, I want to get more bolts, and that's exactly what we just got there. So I'll just put it here. It doesn't really matter, and we will do that. As soon as we see our damage or anything falling off, we can start using more buff spells instead of the vaults, instead of going for that money. Okay, still looking reasonably good. Yeah, we can clone again. Wow, we actually did get this. So this is a nice little power spike that we're going to have here. So easy, overinvest. You want to keep an eye on your cash, because this stuff does start going up pretty high pretty fast. So you can see that was just a 120 purchase. I don't buy things like vampirism and things like that because they're just useless. Seal Coat is far superior when the game scales. you're never going to heal for 25%. You're just going to be worn out of steel coats and dead. So vampirism is just kind of useless. Okay, reroll again. Easy clone, easy steal. I mean, all of these are really, really strong. I will take all of them. And do I roll another time? One last one. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. And I think I'm going to stop there to make sure I have enough money to spend all my over-invests. And this is the power spike that I was talking about. So we will leave here, and we're just going to do our little thing here. Okay, offering, clone, vault, offering, clone. That was the last offering. Okay, but look at how many cards we got. I mean, it's completely insane. Okay, so let's see. We will steel coat. We'll give that guy a steel coat because, again, these guys are already scaling on the steel coat. So let's give some love to the other guys. Midas touch we will give to the stronger guys. These guys really don't do anything as far as Midas touch attack wise, so we'll give some of the other stuff here. We can, there's nothing else to buff, so we can use our wild cards to get these. Actually, wait a minute, we're going to get a couple of these actually. Sorry, expansion mode. There we go. Okay, I thought I saw 2 clones, so we will clone this guy. Put the vault up. We will use another clone. Put this guy up. Procreate. We will procreate these guys. Again, spread the wealth a little bit. Give this a steal. And I'm going to save all the wild cards, and we are just going to absolutely give some over-invests to all of these guys. And that should be pretty strong. So yeah, that was pretty much best case scenario right there. So we should be really strong, and we should get a lot of money every single round, and then you're hoping for the same thing. You just try to keep the same kind of thing. How is that possible? That's where I don't even understand how you get past like 50 anymore, because I mean, after a turn like that, it literally doesn't make any sense. And now I'm not going to take a vault because we just lost. So it's like I'm just going to try to get the stats going. So I'm not entirely sure how you can overcome the new, the new hurdle here. I mean, that was just a completely insane turn where our power just went, you would think, through the roof, but here you go. You're just going to get dwindled down, and we actually got past that one, which is pretty good. So we'll, I could go for the clone. Do I take clone or do I roll for the procreate? I mean, we have to get stronger, so I think I'm going to roll for the procreate, because we are, just getting, maybe I'll put it on, I'm losing 2 greed. So let's put it on that guy. Maybe it'll bring back some of the guys. Yeah, I'm not sure how to get further on these, because again, that was such a gigantic turn, and it's like, I don't understand why we're losing here. So hopefully that keeps some guys back so our guys can live. But yeah, it doesn't even look like it. I mean, I don't know where we need to scare up from there, but there you go. Year 55. This is around kind of the max that I'm getting to. You might hit 60 every now and again, just based on the enemies you're fighting and what your units are. But hey, hopefully you found that useful. And any questions you could ask in the comments if you want. But thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. All right. After I get out of here. All right. All right. See you guys.